Hey everybody, Ken Tamplin here, and you are listening to Rock and Metal Faith Podcast. Whoa!
On this episode of the Rock and Metal Faith Podcast, it's all about Guardian and their top album, Miracle Mile.
The Rockin' Guardian.
There we go. How do you like that?
That's all right. That's all right. That was definitely different.
Yeah, I cut the intro down a little bit. Welcome to 2025.
2025, everybody. Happy New Year. All the best.
Happy New Year.
2025. Happy New Year, Aaron.
Hope you had some good time over the holidays there, Chris.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. Spent time with family and, hung out. We're here in Alberta. We are in a current very, 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 very cold snap.
Anyways, and yeah, there's going to be a few things a little bit different for those who've been following us. You may have noticed the intro song that we use is a little bit shorter. I cut it down as much as I could, but yeah, I mean, it's Rex Carroll. He's a great player, you know.
This is the way we.
Anyways, and on our social medias, our little icon, our picture that shows who we are, that's all going to start changing. I'm going to start uploading that later tonight. This has been recorded on January 1st. The episode will come out a little later, so all these changes are going to take place before this episode actually airs.
Yeah.
All right, on to the news. Actually, I got a big news story I'm going to save, I think, for our Plug It In segment, because I got this news story that leads into what I picked for Plug It In, if I can make this work. I'm using kind of all the new technology cobbled together to bring you a brand new song.
Ooh.
Before we get to that, what else we got here? Mel Cooper, who was an original member of Sweet Crystal, has passed away.
Really?
Yes. There was a post from Mark. What's his last name? I can't remember. No, Mark.
That's not the gentleman we interviewed, though, right?
No. That was Mark that we interviewed. I don't even think Mel was with the band currently, but he had spent some time with the band, probably when they first started. Or remember, Mark said that the band had been together like 20 years or longer.
Yes.
And Steve Taker, who was a drummer for Barren Cross, has to retire from the music scene due to health issues with ALS and frontotemporal dementia and stuff. So Barren Cross, I suppose, is looking for a new drummer. Their drummer, Steve, there has to retire. Barren Cross is a good band.
Yeah, they were.
Actually, yeah, I guess they're not together anymore. The vocalist from Barren Cross has got his own project. He's the one doing Human Code now.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
And talking about new projects, I just saw this post the other day. Ken Tamplin is talking about doing a new musical project, teaming up with Rex Carroll.
Yes, I saw that feed too. I saw that. I thought that was awesome.
That could be cool, man.
If they do, we have to get in on that, okay?
Oh, yeah.
We got to, yeah.
Who knows? Yeah, maybe we can invite them both back for an interview when that project
That's right.
out.
That would be awesome.
All right. That's about it. And we started making a few changes. I think it was in December, maybe the end of November. We used to do birthdays, and we would do birthdays now.
Birthdays. I'm like, you just said you making changes in November. I'm like, what?
Well, what we started, remember, we used to do birthdays right about now in the program. And then I thought, I'm not sure if people want birthdays, if they're interested in birthdays. I like doing them. We'll do them at the end, which actually brings up a question. For those who've been following us, what do you like? Do you like the birthdays right here in the program? Do you like the birthdays at the end? We've done a couple episodes with it at the end, and we're going to do it now. If I hear differently that people would rather at the start, we'll go back to start. If people are indifferent, I think we'll leave it at the end. And so for those of you out there listening, drop us a comment or a review. Let us
Yeah.
know what you think. We've got Facebook pages. We've got a Facebook group
Yeah, we got
page.
everywhere. Yeah, Facebook. Yep, on our.
We've got emails.
Yep.
People get hold me through emails.
Yep.
We're also on Instagram and all that. All right, moving right along then. Let's do. Oh, where to go? Here we are. I've got a new theme too for the plug it in segment.
Plug it in.
Time to plug it in and turn it up. All right, so there we go. Time for a plug it in. Actually, I was going to change the theme song and write my own composition as well. The only thing I found out is I don't have the equipment for making my guitar come through the recording real nice type of thing.
Right.
You have to have all these interfaces to play around with the EQ.
You have to mix it
and all that, which I don't have, and I might get into it. I'm actually thinking of getting into writing and doing that, and so maybe later this year I'll do my own composition for our theme.
If you are wanting to make a donation to Aaron's technical knowledge, let us know on the Facebook page.
There you go. I'll set up a PayPal account. You can send some monetary donations too.
And I'm only kidding, by the way, to our fans. Okay, but if you want to, feel free.
Yeah, I know how long that's done. It's just a matter of investing the money into getting the equipment and all that. Don't have a lot of time to get into too much of using it, so I haven't bothered with the equipment. And I've been buying tons of new music. Actually, and I'll get into that after the plug it in segment because I want to get to this. Part of our new segment was the band Liaison. Do you remember them?
I'm sorry?
The band Liaison?
Why do they sound familiar?
Well, they were a big hit. I think it was back in the 80s. Probably late 80s, 90s. I had heard of them, never heard a lot of their music. Actually, I ended up downloading one of their songs recently, kind of by accident, because my computer was acting up on me and I was trying to look for something on their music. And I thought I double-clicked it, or the computer thought I double-clicked it for the purchase.
Wow.
And so I thought, I don't know if I should dispute this. I mean, it's only one song. It's only, $1 or whatever. Anyways, the reason I bring them up for Plug It In, they are back on the scene. They've got a brand new album in the works. I think they're trying to do some crowdfunding, fundraising for the new album. It's called Veracity. They've got a new song out. So far, it's only available on their website. You can buy the song as a digital download, and I tried to do that, but you can only buy it if you're in the States.
I
don't know why. It's a digital download, but when I went to purchase it and put in my information to buy it,
it said
it was asking
Canadian.
it was asking for a address, and would not let me put in a non-U.S. address.
That's right. That stupid legal.
Oh, I know.
Yeah.
Anyways, I hooked up my phone to the mic or to some speakers, and I've opened up the page. We're going to play the brand new song from Liaison.
right here on the Rock and Metal Faith podcast.
Tried to seal our fate. Had something evil. You thought you had me, but you got a memory. Irritating. Your music. When I was younger, what was good, what was bad, what was true. How can you stand your manipulations? I'm learning you, and there's no justification. You say you're sorry for the love of it glory. I guess you never knew the real you. When I was younger, I knew what was good, what was bad, what was true.
Is the album out or no? Okay.
Here we go. Brand new song from Liaison off the album Veracity. Looks like it might be the fifth album. There's a little logo with a 5 kind of inside a giant V.
Is the album out or no?
No, not yet.
Okay.
For anybody looking for information about it, like there is a digital download on their website. Those who are in the States and looking to get it, they do have, I think, T-shirts and some old merchandise available to purchase. T-shirts with the new album name, Veracity on it. Go to liaisonmusiconline.com, all one word. And stuff like that. And I might even put that in the show notes or something like that too. Unfortunately, we won't be able to upload the song. I don't think Spotify has it. They've got old Liaison music, and I don't think they've got the new one out there yet, so I can't put it onto our Spotify playlist. But
Sure.
what do you think of that? I mean, I'm excited for when that comes out as an
That
album.
sounds pretty cool. Yeah.
If,
I'll
if,
have
if
to check that site out a little bit later.
yeah, if the whole
Yeah.
album sounds like that, it should be good. All right, on to Guardian now. And if you look, I've got an autographed copy of Miracle Mile.
The Green Mile.
No, Miracle Mile.
Miracle Mile.
I don't know.
That's why
That's why what?
I put in the wrong album. Oh my god.
Oh, that's why you couldn't find it? Do you not do
Yes.
your...
I put the Green Mile. That's why.
Once
That's
again, Chris
embarrassing.
hasn't done his homework.
Can we talk about Bottle Rocket? But that's the album after. So yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it wasn't the one directly after. Remember, after that, they did Swing, Swine, Swung. And actually, we'll talk about that later on in the year. I'm
Yeah.
going to do an episode, like I was talking to you before, do an episode where we talk about the 80s bands trying to make it in the 90s. Where, you know, they try to change their style because the whole 90s music scene had changed, everything. They were trying to do a 90s thing, style sound. Bride did it, Guardian did it, Holy Soldier did it, really horrible. That's one of the albums I really hate. Promise Man
That's
by
right.
Holy Soldier.
That's
know,
right.
well, what was your first experience with Guardian?
Well, for Guardian, it would have been. I didn't get introduced to Guardian until I think maybe it was with you when we went and we were doing security at that little Bible college here in the South Side, and they were there.
Okay. Yeah, see, that's where I got my copy autographed. And looks like I've got Jamie Rose autograph, Brent, somebody, I can't read them all now. I think I got 3 of the 4 guys on here, or maybe all 4 of them. I think they had done partial lineup change by the time we seen them. That was after Swing Swing. That was Bottle Rocket, maybe even after Bottle Rocket too. I don't even know. When they really changed their style, I was disappointed in that show because they played nothing off of Miracle Mile. And
I liked them, but I didn't buy an album because I kept forgetting every time. Guardian was one of those things I liked hearing them in person, but I just didn't. I don't know. I just kept forgetting to buy an album from them.
Well, this one, I tell you, if this was a cassette, I would have worn it out.
Right. Yes.
This
yes.
is one of my desert albums. You know, if you know what I mean by desert album, like you're stranded on a desert album. What do you want in your music collection? You can't have your entire collection. That's what I'm taking along. Like if I'm limited to how many records I can have with me, Miracle Mile is probably coming with me.
That's cool. That's cool.
It is a near perfect record. I say near perfect. There are a few songs on there I don't like.
You heard it here first. Rockman thinks that it's a near perfect album.
And you know what? I have gone back in the history. I did listen to their first record that did not have Jamie Rowe on vocals. They had a slightly different sound. I do believe their guitarist was with them. We'll get into the band for Miracle Mile. And I recently, at a flea market here in Edmonton, found what was the one before this? Fire and Love.
Yes, Fire and Love.
Which is another good album too. And but
that album I like. I like Fire and Love.
Okay. Yeah, see, and I didn't get a copy of that until recently. I had heard songs off that, but didn't have a copy until I think a few weeks ago, type of thing. So
their single Fire and Love, Aaron, when I hear it, I think that they're on the verge of Axl Rose. Okay, it is so good.
Well, it's interesting, and we'll go through this album when we talk about it musically. And for those watching on YouTube, I keep holding up the album cover, and I'm kind of impressed because I did remember to get their autographs when I had a chance, unlike another band I had a chance to get autographs and didn't.
Very nice.
So, yeah. And not a bad Actually, I just didn't realize this. Not a bad cover. It's kind of busy. For those who don't know this, it'll be up on our little, as the picture for the episode, anyways.
Yeah, like
And I'm gonna
you know,
I'm gonna do the scan cover so they can see the autographs. But for those who don't know what the cover looks like, there it's got a band photo in the middle. It's got Guardian on top of or kind of in a curved arc across the top, and Miracle Mile down below. But what I just realized now, looking at it a little closer, is all around the sides is something related to each of the songs. All the songs are represented by those little pictures.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And so, anyways, for those who don't know Guardian, it was Jamie Rowe on vocals, Tony Palacios on guitar, David Bach on bass, and Carl Ney on drums. And man, these guys had a great sound and stuff. What else we got here? Miracle Mile came out in 1993. It was
That makes me really old.
You know what? That brings up some other news I just thought of too. Deliverance just did a post on Facebook. They've been around 40 years. This 2025 will be the 40th year for Deliverance. Now talk about feeling
For
old.
Deliverance?
For Deliverance, yes.
Wow. No wonder when we did this summer episode about the Immortal Fest,
Right?
I saw their pictures and I'm like, wow, they've changed since they did their photograph for Stay of Execution.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, wow.
And anyways, yeah, so recorded in 1993. Well, it was actually recorded in the end of 92. Looking up on Wikipedia there, it said the recording sessions ran from September to December of 1992, got released in 1993, and produced by John and Dino Elefante.
Yes.
So, another reason that this is an epic album. I mean, you got top-notch producers.
He's been everywhere. Oh my gosh. He did a really good job with Petra and again with Guardian.
Oh, yes. So I think that's about it. If you don't remember the song since you haven't been listening to them recently, well, might turn into a reaction episode.
That works. That works.
All right. First track is Dr. Jones and the Kings of Rhythm.
Dr. Jones, time to go on now.
Ready, boys? It's showtime.
Well, I've been walking down the Miracle Mile. There's a place outside of Memphis where I met the trapper man, reaching on a wireless sound built by a strange band. I saw a sparkle in his eye when I asked him for his name. He said, Dr. Jones is who I am. Are you ready to play my game? I can take you to the mountain. Oh, but only if this love can set you free. Oh, Dr. Jones and the Kings of Rhythm. Dr. Jones is a rhythm king. Dr. Jones and the Kings of Rhythm, mama, yeah. Turn darkness down with a rhythm swing.
There you go. What do you think of that?
That is pretty cool. I like that song.
Yeah, it's good. Well, I love the way it starts off too. That little talking at the beginning, and then you got that great vocal intro to the song. What else did I say? Yeah, great vocals. One thing too, and it'll be more evident on the later songs, but this album is chock full of guitar riffs and hooks and
Yeah, what Guardian was known for.
oh, and they were over the top. Like this was probably the best album for hooks and riffs. If you like that kind of thing, and I love that. That's what makes it one of my desert albums. Anyways, on to Shoeshine Johnny. Shoeshine Johnny, what do you think of that?
That was really cool. I like the opening. That was pretty neat.
Yeah, it's kind of this little funky riff.
Yeah,
The little finger
something
snaps
that
there remind me. Yeah, and the finger snaps remind me a little bit of was it Rats Way Cool Junior and stuff. It's got that kind of funk blues groove to it type of thing.
I was almost going to say that you pressed the wrong button and you were playing the wrong track.
No, you know what? As I was listening to this again recently, they're doing my homework for the episode. I started thinking about it, and I know with the earlier Fire and Love, they kind of got compared to the band Tesla, but with this album, I'd say they're a little more like Extreme. Extreme had this funk rock going, and some of their songs, and Shoeshine Johnny's example, there's another one too where they got a bit of a funk groove rhythm going type of thing, and it's really cool. I don't think
Yeah, it
they were
is.
doing it. I don't think anybody else was doing anything like this at the time. Definitely a unique sound. Let's try number 3 here, Long Way Home.
I was 5 years old, but given to my daddy away. Mama said he'll be back home a year from today. I know you're young, but I really do understand. Oh, that these are the kind of things that happen to a man. Ooh, I see you talking, but I can't hear nothing. Sweet salvation come for me. Take me where I long to be. Pick me up and carry me. Oh, I need your love. It's such a long way home. Even though I fall sometimes, nothing here can change my mind. Lord, I need your love. It's such a long way. Daddy cried, boy, you better come home right now.
There you go. Yeah, see, more examples of that little funk groove. Man,
Yep.
what a great opening riff on this song.
Yeah, that was cool. Yeah.
I tell you, I wish I could learn how to play some of this stuff, and unfortunately, I don't think there's too much out there as far as tabs on this album. So I'd have to sit there and figure it out by ear. Do it the old school way.
Gotta do what you gotta do, right?
Yeah. I haven't had time to actually sit down, and I got too much other stuff to learn. But there is, like I said, some great songs on this album, and Shoeshine Johnny, Long Way Home, Dr. Jones, 3 great tracks to open up a record, I think. All right, I Found Love. I think you'll like this one.
Oh, I love this song. It,
I found love. Here we go. Show me. Oh, yeah. One day.
Yeah, you were enjoying that one, weren't you?
yes, I have it on my playlist actually. So
Okay.
that was, I think he does that so well. And when I first heard it, I thought that was Sebastian Bach for a while, but then I checked the like what you did
Right?
to see who was singing it. I'm like, no, but wow. I mean, he sings that very well. I mean, it's his own song, right? So
Oh, yeah. You know, it's not bad. I'm not like I've said this before. I'm not big on ballads. I do like the guitar tone. The acoustic guitars. It's not straight acoustic. It looks like it might be like acoustic electric or something. And that little lead melody they have starting off the song is cool. So there are good things about it. I don't hate this. Definitely not one of my favorites off the record though.
that's my favorite. That when I looked at the when I did find it, when I looked at the list, I'm like, great, I could just talk about this song. I'll be okay.
I know this one was right up your alley.
Hey, I like it both. So
And number 5 is Sweet Mystery. Now, where's
Make this molto espressivo.
Looking back in my old school, I think of the things I used to do, and I remember those crazy days gone by. Sometimes I wish I could go back in time, be changing what was there. But after everything's been said and done, I'm glad you are my friend. And it's a sweet mystery that you love me like you do. Oh, it's a sweet mystery to me.
There you go, Sweet Mystery.
I like the opening guitar riff. That was pretty neat. That,
Oh yeah, okay, yeah.
yeah, that was cool. But I like the vocals though. The opening couple lines there. That was pretty cool.
Yeah, the vocals are good. And you know something again, I didn't really realize until recently listening to them again, is I would kind of compare Jamie Rowe's vocals, at least with this record and probably the other Guardian records, compare his vocals to Tom Kiefer. And I actually was saying that to my wife there, that, you know, he doesn't have the same tone as Tom Kiefer, but he's got the same raspiness to his voice. You know, and the rawness, that rasp, which is cool. You know, it's not a clean voice, but it works good, and I like it. And once again, like I said, I compared him earlier to Extreme. And if you remember, it was 1992, 93 when
Yeah.
Porn Graffiti came out, and Extreme did that ballad More Than Words, which was finger picking and tapping on the guitar. Sweet Mystery. What's he doing? He's tapping on the guitar. So can, I
Yeah,
mean,
like wow.
we've got
Those
the
back in those days, I've always wondered how good like guys who have that raspy voice, they have to take care of the voice a lot. Like eat well, a lot of water, just to stay hydrated. I don't know how often Guardian toured, but I would imagine not that much.
yeah, I don't know. It's well, I'm
Where
sure
were
they.
they out of, by the way? Alabama or?
Well, that's a good question. Let's see. Well, if I go, let's see here.
I
Let's go
almost want
back.
to say Alabama. I thought I read their bio yesterday.
Maybe. Miracle Mile, Guardian Christian rock band. Guardian is American Christian rock band. Does it say?
Oh, okay. LA.
No, 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 no. It said. Does it say? I don't know. Background information. Yeah, you're right. L.A. Los Angeles, California is where they're from.
Cool. They almost sound like they have that Georgian sound there, right? That funk in there.
Yeah,
Maybe that was the production side of it, but
it could be, or it's possible they're originally from the Alabama, Georgia area and moved to LA because that's where the scene was. I know a lot of other bands were doing that. They were moving down to Sunset Strip there to be part of the scene and hopefully get discovered, type of thing. So who knows? You know, the only thing I have a problem with I Found Love and Sweet Mystery too is we got two ballads now back to back. You if I was organizing the track listing, I think I would separate them at least by a couple
yeah,
songs.
that's true. That's true.
Anyways, it's time to let it roll.
Let your love roll on, let it roll. Things you've given to me, may I never let them go. Let your love roll on, let it roll. Keep that river flowing, roll on, let it roll. Let it roll, yeah. We're spinning round and round, never seem to touch the ground. You can't stop what's set in motion. Rivers flowing to the ocean. Love, yeah. Gonna tell you one thing that I know for sure. Like a raging of the sea, from the deep you rescued me. The world is going crazy, lives are getting lazy. Lord, your truth is crystal clear to me. Yeah. Gonna let it rock, gonna let it roll, gonna let it roll. Forever is a highway, Lord, you bring me through. Take me down the road that leads to you.
There you go, man. Let it roll on. Great
Wow,
guitars, I
his
tell you.
opening voice, the lyrics right at the beginning, to me sounded like he was getting ready to scream the whole song. I'm like, what the heck?
I tell you, if Dale Thompson did it, he would be screaming out the words on this song.
Wow.
Oh yeah, I tell you, like I said, man, everything about especially the fast songs, everything about these fast songs is just killer stuff. And we didn't get to the solo, but the solo on this song is a great solo. Tony just lets loose all the flashy guitar tricks he pulls out of the bag, and we'll have to talk more about Tony, I think, down the road as a guitarist. And coming up in a future episode, about 2 or 3 episodes as a series, there was a website there that I think it's Christian Rock Magazine or something like this had done a poll for the top 100 metal Christian guitarists. Actually, not just metal, but the top 100 Christian guitarists and stuff. So Tony's on the list. There's a lot of guys on that list that we can talk about over a series of episodes. And yeah, we'll talk about Tony then when we get to that type of thing.
We'll have to have an episode directly for that.
But yeah, it's some pretty cool who's been on there. Although, and we'll talk more about the list as we get to it down the road. I should actually send the link for that. But anyways, number 7 is Mr. Duro. And well, I'll play the clip and then we'll talk about this. This is another cool song.
With a setting on the song, something wicked this way comes. Black on black, got a wicked stride, hands of hell by his side. Beating on, lost a man, shake him off, but he's back again. Promises, hidden dreams, oh how sweet your poison seems. You are the tempter of my soul. Mr. Tyrone, don't you whisper in my ear, trying to sing your love song. I know it's sweet, like honey on my lips, but I know who you are. Death is on your fingertips, and everything you do is wrong.
There you go. What do you think of that?
That was all right. That was pretty cool.
That was just all right.
That was good. I liked it. That might be a song I'll download.
Oh, it's great. Actually, too, if you remember back when we tried to do our Halloween episode and Halloween songs, I think this was on my list, or maybe it wasn't because I made a short list thinking you would have had a few. I'll have to go back and see what I made on the list. But this was definitely, if it wasn't on my list, it was up for consideration. This is a song kind of talking about the devil and how the devil likes to tempt us, and he tempts us with something nice and sweet. But if you look closer, it's not as sweet as it appears to be, type of thing. Everything about the devil is wrong, and so that's where the title comes from, Mr. Duro. And so I know it's sweet honey on my lips. I can't remember the line now, even though we just heard it, but. Again, another great funky riff, very much in that whole extreme porn graffiti vein. Nothing wrong with it. It was great. I love this stuff. This is one of my favorite songs. I think all the fast rockers on this, I think, are just killer.
And that was back in the 90s, right? So
yeah,
this
was the early 90s, just before the music scene changed. After this, this comes out, and then the music scene is changing. So this was really the last great Guardian record.
Yeah, they were right in the middle of the transition from that era to, I think, didn't White Cross and some of the other bands just jump on there around that time?
Yes, White Cross did it too. We were talking about this earlier, bands that tried to transition into the 90s. White Cross tried it. I don't think it worked. There was complications within the band of White Cross too, where Scott and Rex weren't really getting along. Rex also left due to some personal family problems. I think he said he had to go take care of some family members. So he leaves the band. Somebody else comes in to take over on guitars, and that just changed the whole writing of the songs right there, and really did not sound like a White Cross record. For all those out there who did not like Fear No Evil because It did not have Scott Wenzel's voice on it. I think Equilibrium really did not sound like a White Cross record because it did not have Rex Carroll on it. They brought in Dave Roberts, that new vocalist, and I think he's great. I mean, you have to look at it as White Cross 2.0 or something. But
Well, Sam Roberts could sing, and we've talked to him about that. So
you mean Dave Roberts? Sam Roberts is a
Dave Roberts.
completely different
I
artist.
don't know why I keep calling him Sam. Anyway, sorry, man.
Mr. Durone, another great riff. Again, like I said, it was in consideration for my list on the Halloween episode of songs, like To Hell with the Devil, songs that talk about the devil from a Christian perspective type of thing and stuff like that. And now we get on to Curiosity, Killed the Cat.
Yeah!
Thoughts on that one?
That was cool. I'll have to listen to that one again later. Wow.
Actually, I might upload that one to our Spotify list. Maybe that one and Mr. Durone. Like I said, every time we do an episode, I add songs to our Spotify playlist. Those who want to check it out, there's going to be links to that in the show notes. This one, Curiosity Killed the Cat, probably my top favorite song off the whole album. I just like that opening guitar riff, that do 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 do. Great little riff. It's I don't know, not much to say. You know what? And a lot of these songs really show off Tony's guitar playing. His playing's incredible. If he's not mentioned in the top circles, he's been overlooked.
Wow.
We can talk about Rex Carroll all day. We can talk about even Ken Tamplin as a guitar player.
Yeah.
Whoever else is out there, type of thing. Off the top of my head, I don't know. And there's a lot of great guys.
There's so
out there.
many. Yeah.
But Tony Placios has got to be considered among the greats. Actually, I believe he is. If you talk to people in the know, they know.
Yeah, that's right. Wow. Yeah, and that's what I remember that back in the day. That's what, like some of the friends I knew back then, they were saying that. I mean, if you listen to Guardian, you gotta love guitar work
Oh yes,
because that's what they were known for.
like I said, and I went back in the catalog there, listened to the first album, First Watch there, and it had different style, but that was a good record too. And Fire and Love, another great record. Then this thing comes out. This, I tell you, just blew everything out of the water, I believe.
So what happened to Guardian? Are they still in the scene, or are they retired, or?
Well, they've put out 7 records. Then 1 or 2 of them are even done in Spanish. They've taken a lot of their favorite songs or greatest hits and re-sang them in Spanish, type of thing.
Oh, okay.
And those are on Spotify too. It gets kind of annoying when I'm trying to listen to Guardian in a random order, and all of a sudden the Spanish song comes on. but
Wow,
I kind of know the
that's
song. I know the tune.
Yeah. That's true.
The other thing is, there've been rumors around Facebook there that I guess Guardian is still going, and people kept asking Jamie Rowe if he's in Guardian, because remember he's doing Human Code now,
Right.
and so Jamie says no, he is not in Guardian anymore. Guardian is, I guess, carrying on, so they must have found a new vocalist. But everybody
Right.
thinks that because Guardian's still around, that Jamie's part of that. Jamie says no, he is not. He's moved on from Guardian. He's doing his own project, and Human Code sounds great too. By the way, remember we talked about them as part of Immortal Fest as well, and they got that
Yeah.
song and album "Break the Silence," and there've been a lot of old bands that making resurgence too.
Yeah,
actually,
that's right. Guys that were in, yeah.
I think something to Neon Cross was there, and they're talking about being back on the scene too. I think they're going to do more
Yeah, I
stuff.
think Ken mentioned that. Yeah.
And Neon Cross, they're going to do more stuff this coming year too.
Had to get them on the show. That would be epic.
If I can get, they're hard to,
Yeah.
I don't know, find contact information. But like I said, Curiosity Killed the Cat, one of my favorite songs. Let's move on now to Sister Wisdom.
Oh, okay.
Running like a freight train, burning down America mile. I was rolling like a hurricane. Turned my head when I saw her smile. Well, I've been around the world and I've seen a lot of things, but it all seems crazy and don't mean a thing. Without your love, I'm lost in the dark. The fire's burning inside my heart, and the light she comes to me, takes the weight of the world from my shoulders, turns my eyes to see the light in a dark world turning. Sister wisdom, shine your light on me. Well, you're hard to find, but easy to see. I gotta tell you, just can't believe all the things that you've done for me.
There we go. Again, man,
That
amazing
guitar
guitar
sounded
work.
really cool.
Yeah, again, amazing guitar work, amazing riffs. Oh, and the rhythm in the song was incredible. There's a few hooks in the song, but he's just nailing it on some great rhythms and great strumming. The other thing is
Yeah.
too is, again, we didn't get the solo, and this isn't one of those pull out all the stop solos, flash in the pans, and let's see how many notes I can nail in a solo type of thing. The solo for Sister Wisdom is more melodic, more thoughtful. It's like Tony knows how to craft a solo, and if a song calls for speed metal riffs, speed playing, he'll do it. If it calls for something a little more thoughtful and more melodic, he'll do that, and he knows how to hit the right notes at the right time. And I think Sister Wisdom was a good example of that.
Yeah, for sure.
And then we'll move on to the Captain. Now, before we get into this was another ballad. And this one, actually, I like. This is kind of as a ballad goes, one of my favorites.
Was a captain, through a silver sail, playing a wind song like a part of the sea. He found the sunshine, shining the stars like a part of the ocean, a part of the sea. What it did not fear was the journey of the treasures left behind, and it did not run from the answer what it did not hear.
There you go, Captain. Again, another
That's
ballad.
pretty good. That's not bad. Not bad at all.
No, I like it. And it doesn't really get into the power ballad feel. I don't think it gets too heavy at all, like the power ballads do. Ballads tend to, start off slow and then kick it up for the chorus and then slow down again. It's kind of just
I
stays like
almost
that.
I almost heard like a glimpse of a little bit of Creed in there at the beginning.
Maybe.
Like that.
Right.
I was
Okay.
like, I was like, hey, that's okay. Hey. But of course, they didn't have the whole keyboards in there or anything, like what Creed does.
So we'll quickly talk about the last two songs. And I don't know, I've got technical things. I thought I uploaded all 12 songs, and I've only got 11 uploaded to have ready to play. I'll play a snippet of You and I. There we go. What do you think of that one?
Oh, that's an interesting way to end the album. Yeah.
Well, that's not the last one, actually.
Oh, okay.
I don't have, for some reason, I don't have the last song handy for the last one.
Oh,
We'll
okay.
have to just talk about it without playing it. This one was okay. I thought it wasn't horrible, it wasn't
Yeah,
bad. It just wasn't outstanding for me. I
that's right.
thought
Yeah.
it's a good upbeat song, but that's about it, really.
To me, it stuck with their whole funk thing in the rest of the album and the way that song is kind of like, not much to say about it.
No, it's there and it's okay. The last song, Do You Know What Love Is? It's one of those it's one of those mid-tempo songs, and I thought, again, it's okay. I don't hate it. I don't love that one either, but by the time we get to the last song, number 12, Do You Know What Love Is? I'm ready
I think
to
I have it.
hit stop and you might be
That's a
thinking,
rocking song.
yeah, you might be thinking about somebody else. So I don't know. It's one of those songs where a lot of people have this different songs but the same name.
Right. Yeah.
But the Guardian version, Do You Know What Love Is? It's a mid tempo. Love is deeper than the ocean. Love is blah blah blah. And I'm like, yeah, okay, time to hit stop. Move on to the next record.
Oh, come on. Come on, man.
It just,
That's what God is, though. That's his love, right?
I mean, yeah, the idea of the
Or
song.
he could be talking about his wife. One
Oh,
or two.
true. No, you're right. And there's nothing wrong with it lyrically. I'm just going, the way it was written, put together, it just didn't grab my attention. Put it that way.
Sure.
All right, so we'll run through our birthdays. We don't have a large birthday list, but we'll do the first half of January. So some of these have happened by the time this episode comes out. Some of them might still be coming out. I'm not sure if we're going to do catch up or try and stay ahead, but we'll try and do like first episode of the month. We'll do the first half of the month. Second episode, we'll do the second half. And unless we get behind because we've got some special episode going on or something like that. So for our first birthday, it was January 3rd. We have Chris Hyde, who was a drummer for Holy Soldier, also spent time in Deliverance and Vengeance Rising. He was born 1965. Now, I did a little research. It says Chris Hyde, a drummer for Holy Soldier, but he wasn't on the first two Holy Soldier records. So I'm thinking he was either came in on The Promised Man or after that record came out. A lot of these bands were going through lineup changes. Even White Cross has gone through lineup changes before Fear No Evil came out for the last 10 years type of thing. And so it might be one of those cases where he was in, Holy Soldier as they're trying to carry on, but not really making records type of thing. Again, he's also played with Deliverance and Vengeance. And January 8th, we have Glenn Rogers, who's a guitarist. He played with Deliverance and Vengeance Rising as well, and he was born in 1966. And then we get real heavy. January 10th, we have Lincoln Bowen, who would play guitar. He was with the band Mortification.
Wow, that's a band we'll have to spend some time talking about eventually. They were heavy.
I'll have to do some research on them. I know who they are a little bit, not a lot by them, but
I don't either.
I
Yeah.
want to do an episode on Christian thrash as well. As we're talking about the history of Christian rock and metal, we got to do a segment about the thrash scene. We'll have to talk about the formation of Vengeance and then Deliverance. All right, next birthday. This might be the last one, for this episode. We're going back to one of the original members of, no, he's not one of the original members, sorry, but early member of Petra, Greg X. Volt, born January 12th, 1950. So the first main vocalist for Petra. And I was going to say original vocalist, but remember the very first album had Bob Hartman and another guitarist trading vocals on that until Greg joins the band.
Oh, okay.
So that's it for birthdays. We got anything else that you want to add about Guardian or what's going on?
Not that I could think of. Go check out Guardian.
Yes, definitely. Great band. Like I said, I love going through this record. I love doing the research on this one. Love listening to Guardian. And if you got anything else, I guess we'll call it an episode.
See you guys later on the Rock and Metal Faith Podcast.
Rock on. God bless everyone. Time
Yeah,
for
God bless you guys.
end music.
Stay warm, stay safe.
Oh, yes, definitely. All right.